You spent months doing sets of 20, 25 reps thinking you were going to get shredded. Or you got stuck doing 4 or 5 reps for months thinking you'd turn into a mass monster. And you know what happened? Probably nothing extraordinary. It's not your fault. Someone passed you a piece of information that's been floating around gyms for decades, and it is, to say the least, incomplete. Today I'm going to show you what science actually says about reps. No magic formulas, no selling supplements, just what works. So where did this story come from? The logic went something like this. Heavy weights with low reps recruit large muscle fibers, the strength ones, called type 2 fibers. Light weights with high reps keep the blood pumping, burn calories, and get the muscle toned. Seems reasonable. It makes intuitive sense. The problem: intuition is not science. For years, personal trainers repeated this, gym goers repeated this, motivation posts repeated this, and an entire generation went to the gym with this belief stuck in their heads. Spoiler alert, your muscles don't read the numbers on the bar, they respond to stimuli, and that's where the story starts to get interesting. Let's talk about 2 mechanisms that actually make muscles grow. The first one, mechanical tension. This is the stress you place on the muscle fiber when it works under a load. The greater the tension, the stronger the signal for the muscle to adapt. In other words, to grow. The second one, metabolic stress. This is that buildup of metabolites, like lactate and hydrogen ions, that happens when you do longer sets with less rest. That burning sensation, that's it. And here comes the point that destroys the myth once and for all. Both mechanisms can happen in practically any rep range. Don't believe me? That's fine. Believe the researchers. A classic study compared 2 groups, one training with heavy weights and low reps, 8 to 12, and another with light weights and high reps, 25 to 35. The result? Equivalent muscle mass gains in both groups. 2 groups, completely different rep ranges, the exact same result. Interesting, right? But hold on, this doesn't mean reps don't matter. It means the number of reps itself isn't the primary factor. What really matters is this. In any rep range, whether it's 6 or 20, if you're not training close to the limit of the set, the stimulus is weak. Your muscle has no reason to grow. Science calls this relative effort, and it's a concept most people have never heard of, but it explains why some people work out 4 times a week for 2 years and still look exactly the same. You can do 30 reps with a pen. Nothing is going to happen, because there's no real effort. The muscle needs to be challenged. Simple as that. All right. So reps don't matter at all? That's not it. Different rep ranges have different characteristics, and you can use that to your advantage. The 6 to 12 rep range is efficient for hypertrophy, not because it's magical, but because it allows for enough weight to generate mechanical tension without sacrificing the total volume of the set. Higher rep ranges do work, as the study showed, but they require a level of effort and burn tolerance that many people simply quit before getting anywhere near failure. Then, the stimulus only exists on paper. And very low rep ranges, like 1 to 3 reps, great for pure strength. But if hypertrophy is the goal, the total volume of work tends to be lower. It can work, but it requires a lot more technical experience. So what do you do with all of this? First, stop obsessing over the number of reps. It's not the number that grows the muscle, it's the effort within the set. Second, choose a range where you can maintain proper form and take it close to failure. For most people, that's between 8 and 15 reps. Not because it's the only one that works, but because it's the easiest one to apply effectively. Third, progress. Week after week, whether by adding weight or adding another rep. No progression, no growth, period. And that definition you were chasing with 25 reps, that's body fat. Fat disappears with a caloric deficit, not with high rep sets. But that's a topic for another video. So, summing it up, there is no sacred number of reps to grow or get shredded. There is effort, there is progression, and there is consistency. The rest is just locker room myth. Now tell me in the comments, what was your favorite rep range before watching this video? And are you going to change anything about your workout? Because if you're still going to insist on 30 reps with a 2-kilogram dumbbell, I respect it. But don't tag me when you don't get any results.